Welcome back to some more exciting SFL action. We are here in Denver, Colorado for another great game.
These home Broncos are looking to get their first win of the season, coming into this game 0-4 up against the 2-2 Cleveland Browns. It'll be an interesting one for sure. See if the Mummy Con-Ra can lead his team to their first victory.
Definitely hasn't been the best season for the Broncos, but honestly, with every game, they're starting to prove a little bit more and more that they do have the potential to make those big plays happen, and victory has been so close for them. We'll see if this is finally the moment for the Broncos to rise to the top, but of course, the Cleveland Browns have been doing phenomenal this season. Very strong team in their own right, so it'll be a difficult challenge for the Broncos to overcome. But nonetheless, the Browns are about to kick it away. The Broncos will start with the ball.
It's a good position to be in for sure. Being the home team, the Broncos definitely just want to come out, start this thing with a bang, and hopefully we'll see that happen here for the Broncos fans. Here's the kick.
Kunlau has the ball.
Received right there at the 3, and he'll try to get a juke to the outside, and a decent start right there, getting up to the 30-yard line. A solid run right there as we see the Mummy Con-Ra make his first appearance tonight. He had a very lackluster Week 4 game, to say the least, with 2 interceptions, only 1 passing touchdown. It was more so in the hands of Lee Everett, if you could name a single star player of this team last week, but still just not all that great up against the New England Patriots. So they're hoping to make a big change to their game plan here up against Cleveland, approaching 1st and 10.
Absolutely. They had a really hard game last week against such a strong defense, so we'll see how they're able to fire back. Maybe bouncing back this week, but the first play of the drive, oh, not too bad. Got some good yardage there. Lee Everett.
Definitely. We'll take that 8-yard run right there. Toby Turner getting the stop. A very good start to this drive here.
Absolutely. Now, I'm interested to see if Con-Ra's going to go back to the passing game, despite the fact it didn't work too well last week. He is stepping back a little bit. Play action.
Play action. So going down the middle, and a good pass right there. Great reception by Humanoid Sonic.
Humanoid Sonic.
18 yards right there.
Very, very solid catch there, and just like that, moving into Browns territory. So far, 2 plays, both of them pretty solid. So we'll see if the Broncos are going to be able to keep that up, or what the Browns defense are going to do to readjust, because right now, not a bad start for the Broncos here at home.
And just a reminder for those at home, obviously the last time these two teams met, the Browns came out with a victory. However, the final score was 38-35. It was a very, very close game.
Another pass.
There's a pass, a big one right here. So I definitely wouldn't put it past this Broncos team to make a comeback here up against the Browns. Great reception right there by Street Fighter Ryu.
Ryu, just a very reliable tight end here in the SFL, able to make solid plays for good yardage, and right there was a very good example of it.
Nearing the red zone already. They're down at about the 23-yard line.
Definitely able to move down the field pretty swiftly. We'll see if that can continue. Con-Ra definitely got to be feeling good about how this drive has gone so far.
Dropping back deep for a pass, going short.
Ooh, Luigi got that one.
Yeah, Luigi getting into the red zone finally. Do just a few plays. Here's this offensive line for the Denver Broncos. Some good names, but nobody that really entirely stands out. Maybe that'll change tonight. We'll see a big performance from somebody, or just an all-around team effort. But nonetheless, Broncos are definitely going to need to make some big plays happen here. Down at the 19.
Broncos definitely have the potential to take this game, and we've seen nights where there are some huge plays, like the week where Mario did so well. And speaking of the devil, Mario brings it into the end zone, and when he has it, he really does. What a great touchdown for the Denver Broncos.
Ooh, a great dive right there, a fantastic effort, and I know you were about to mention Mario's fantastic game. I believe it was week 3 getting about, I think it was 3 receiving touchdowns in a single game. was just a ridiculous game from Mario. And now he's starting this game off, getting the first points up on the board with a diving touchdown right there. Hero Pyro Link looking for that extra point, and he'll kick it up. It is good. Still not a single missed extra point all season from any team. And doubt we'd see that stat change at all. Just got some solid kickers all around this league.
And just like that, 4 plays. Excellent work. Those passes from Conra absolutely going to be helpful tonight. And Mario on his first reception able to get into the end zone. We'll see if he can have another great week just like week 3. But right now Jack Douglas going to line up in the end zone. Only took 2 minutes and 1 second for the Broncos to get into the end zone. We'll see how the Browns will be able to respond as they field that kick right at the 0 and stopped only at the 21.
Great defense right there by Denver. Here comes Felix Kjellberg. It's not reflected in the team's overall record, but Felix Kjellberg definitely could be considered the greatest quarterback in this league, having just stellar performances in every single game. Last week alone, threw for over 400 passing yards and had 4 passing touchdowns. He's a very, very talented quarterback no matter who he's facing.
I strongly agree there. The Browns definitely have something special here when it comes to their quarterback, Felix Kjellberg. We'll see if he's able to show his skills here tonight against the Broncos, but handing it off here to Leafy.
Good start right there, getting 12 yards and the first down on the very first play for the Browns offense. Solid run right there. King Hippo was there to get that stop.
Calvin Leafy, despite being not the starting running back, getting the first touch of the game, definitely proving that he does have the skills to hold his own weight here.
Another 1st and 10. We got Kjellberg in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Leafy again, who will not get as much, inching forward to the 39-yard line. We'll take a look at this Browns offense, and mainly, aside from their quarterback, the stars are in the receivers, because we haven't seen a whole lot of exciting plays from El Luchador nor Leafy. So players like Logan Paul, Scott Wozniak, Twitch ban Dr. Disrespect, and obviously Pete Achitoro, voiceover Pete, being one of the greatest receivers in the league. They got a great set of receivers on this offense. Kjellberg in the shotgun, and we'll see another run from Leafy. Once again, and they break forward, trying to break off of King Hippo, but won't. But still getting all the way up to the Broncos' 38-yard line. Leafy already at 40 rushing yards today.
Wow, just like that. That was incredible for Leafy. One of the best runs we've seen in his entire career right there. Able to move swiftly up the field. He's definitely been putting in the reps in practice. Definitely seeing the team get a lot more comfortable giving the ball to Leafy, and he's able to make it count right there. Breaking across midfield.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Under center now, and I wouldn't be surprised to see another rush. No, we'll see the first play for the Browns today in a pass, and goes down to Logan Paul, it looks like. He gets up to the 30-yard line.
Solid short 8-yard pass there from Felix Kjellberg to Logan Paul. Not enough to move the chains, but only 10 yards away from breaking into the red zone here. And so far this drive has been all around incredibly solid, proving just how good the Browns can be. Another handoff, this time to El Luchador, who just couldn't make it happen there.
Taking a look at the Broncos defense, who have been doing a decent job tonight already. Halo Master Chief, Fire Emblem Crom, and King Hippo, the top performers from last week. And yeah, they've allowed quite a few yards from the Browns, but when they stop them, they're doing a very solid job there. They're just going to need to step it up a bit and stop the Browns, especially here on a 3rd and inches.
Felix not under center. Interesting pick here. We'll see what he decides to do on this play. A fake handoff, play action. Caught down the field by Scott Wozniak.
And they are just moving right along here. Scott Wozniak getting 26 yards on that reception, now inside the 5-yard line. Knowing a Dark Pit was able to get a big stop right there, but again, they're just going to need to do a better job at getting those stops sooner. You can see look at this juke right off of King Hippo of all defenders. King Hippo, one of the biggest people, if not the biggest person in the SFL. Great dodge right there.
60 outlaw.
Now only 3 yards to go on a 1st and goal. Great field position right now. We'll see Felix Shelburne looking to get points on the board, and he succeeds. Logan Paul. Touchdown for the Browns. About to tie this game up as we're going to see the extra point kicked away by Tyler Blevins.
An absolute, just a piece of cake right there for Logan Paul and Felix Shelburne to just push that one right in just a few yards and nailed it right there.
Honestly, just an incredibly clean drive all the way around, absolutely making it work. And just like that, just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and we've already seen a touchdown from each team. And to tie it up, Tyler Blevins kicks it, and we're tied 7-7. It's good.
A longer drive for the Browns right there. If you're looking for any differences, the Broncos had a closer start to the end zone on their drive, but still, both offenses have done a great job. This is going to be, in my eyes, this should be a very high-scoring game. Just two good offenses going up against each other. Broncos are about to receive the kick here, come back out, try to respond to that Browns touchdown.
Incredibly interested to see what the Broncos are going to be able to do here. Their last drive was so short that we couldn't even really get a full grasp of what their playbook is looking like. It's definitely looking a little more pass-focused this week, but we'll see what they decide to do as Kung Lao is about to receive this kickoff here. Into his hands, receives it about the 4. Oh, up to the 30 again. Breaking past the 30, up to the 32-yard line. Another great kick return.
Broncos have some great blockers here that are allowing Kung Lao to run forward so much, getting up to the 32 this time, but yeah, he hasn't been stopped before the 30 yet.
And now with over 2 minutes left in the first quarter, lots of time still remaining in this game. We'll see what Conroe is able to do as he brings his offense back out on the field for the second time tonight. And I agree with what you said earlier. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and if not that, it's at least going to be a very tight, very close game between these two very evenly matched teams. Passed down the field. Oh, almost caught, almost just swatted away by the Browns defense. That would have been a very good catch for Luigi.
Speaking of the Browns defense, there's quite a few notable names here. Top ones being Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and NSP Ninja Brian, but that doesn't even begin to talk about the great defenders that they have on this team. And if you ask me, these Broncos, they're doing a good job so far, but if they want to get on top of Cleveland, they're going to need to get some bigger plays in. They've been kind of inching forward and haven't really got anything too exciting. Here we'll see another run from Lee Everett, who gets to the outside, and
he's
just
going.
as I say it, he's running down the 30 and the 20.
10. Touchdown!
Nails it right in there.
What
68 yards for Lee Everett, drilling it right into the end zone. A great run right there.
Wow, that has got to be a career-defining rush right there for Lee Everett. What an incredible play, juking right here. That could have been the end of the drive right there, but by an incredible move from Lee Everett. Instead of only getting 8 or so yards, he brought it all the way to the end zone, and the Broncos take the lead just like that again.
For the extra point, here's Hero of Hyrule Link, and it's perfect right there. 14-7 now. Broncos are on top. Just needed 2 plays to get that done in 13 seconds. This Broncos crowd and this team, they're both very, very excited and hyped up from what has happened so far.
Absolutely. This is the play that the Broncos fans have got to be excited to see. Their team really bringing it right now. 2 great drives in a row, and now the Browns are going to have to respond after something that, honestly, it's got to shake you to your core a little bit to see the Broncos just play so flawlessly right there with a 2-play drive into the end zone. But Jack Douglas knows that he needs to set his team up with good field position here so they have a better chance of tying this game up again.
Douglas taking it out to the 26-yard line, but gets just drilled right there.
Much better field position than the last drive here. At least getting out past the 25 is a good place to start here, but we'll see. There's El Luchador on your screen, number 24. He has not had the best season in general so far, and tonight already didn't have a great start to his night. The Browns definitely favoring Calvin Leafy a little bit more.
For sure, they've gone back and forth between these two rushers all season. I think El Luchador has gotten more attempts, but you can see again, that's, I believe, Leafy right there is going to take the run up the middle. Wow, and just 99 puts a stop to that run right there.
The God of Death Thanatos was able to bring down Leafy so quickly, only able to force him down to 3 yards. Wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos defense here might force Felix Shelberg to go for another big pass.
He will. He'll go for the pass down the left side and getting to Scott Wozniak, who will break just exactly on the 40-yard line, exactly. Yeah, great pass right there, getting a 1st and 10, much needed for the Browns.
Absolutely. Felix Shelberg, a quarterback with the precision of a sniper. It's exciting to see what he's able to do when he's in the zone right now. Another handoff, this time to El Luchador, but El Luchador starting to make something happen, but no, he is brought down by Master Chief.
Looks like Cleveland's definitely favoring their running game in terms of how many plays they've done rush versus pass. Still, when these pass plays are coming in, they're very solid. Maybe they're just saving that for when they actually need it. There's another pass play down to Logan Paul. We'll get to the 42, and I know it's still early, but it is surprising that we haven't seen from Twitch fan Dr. Disrespect or Pete Achituro voiceover Pete yet. Been more towards the tight ends and the running backs in this game.
Incremental change seems to be the name of the game for the Browns right now. Playing it safe against the Broncos. We'll see how that pays off, though. El Luchador again, but that juke just didn't work out for him. Broncos defense just too fast.
Wasn't a smart idea right there at all for El Luchador. I'll bring us to the end of the first quarter, 14-7. The Broncos have a lead at home. See if they can hang on to that throughout the rest of these 3 quarters. A 2nd and 10 is coming up as the teams switch sides. Now on the Broncos' 42-yard line.
Definitely surprised that they've still gone for so many run plays, but now that we're 2nd and 10, we'll see what Felix Shelberg does decide to do with this. Gonna hand it off again up the middle to Leafy, but Leafy isn't able to get it the first down there, only able to get 8 yards on that run.
Big 3rd down coming up. We'll see the Broncos definitely looking to get a stop here. I don't think a field goal with Tyler Blevins Ninja would be feasible here. Calvin Leafy will break forward across the 1st down line, getting to the 30-yard line.
Calvin Leafy just seeing so much play tonight, and honestly, he is making it work. Leafy having already a very solid game right now, being the workhorse for the Browns so far tonight. We'll see if they give it to him again, but now lined up back is Felix Shelberg. We'll see if he goes for a pass here now that there's a fresh set of downs. And he will! Launches it to Logan Paul, who's taken down.
I don't know if Shelberg was feeling the pressure there or not, but I definitely think he should have waited just a bit more to see other receivers get open. It just didn't look like Logan Paul was the best option right there.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think it was a little bit of a premature decision from Felix Schellberg, but nonetheless, going to try that again, it seems. Similar lineup here. Dropping back, another pass for Felix Schellberg. Waits a little bit longer on that one, and it is caught by Dr. Disrespect. Now under center, Felix Schellberg. We'll see what they decide to do here. The Browns inching closer and closer to the end zone. It is within sight here, going for a run here. Oh, trying to push through, but unable to make it happen was El Luchador. Only able to get 3 yards on that play, but now 10 yards away from tying this game up.
True El Luchador fashion to just get a couple yards in every rush, it seems like. Not surprised they're leaning more towards Calvin Leafy in this game. Down at the 10, we'll see Schellberg 5 wide.
We're going to see a pass here, and it's caught, but he cannot push through. Wow. Taken down hard was Dr. Disrespect.
Faced again with the 3rd down. Now at the 4-yard line.
Broncos defense absolutely had it right there. Young King Bob-omb was the one who was able to stop Dr. Disrespect from getting that first down, but it's incredible to see just how well the Broncos are able to do right now. But we'll see if the Browns are able to reverse their fortune right here on this 3rd down, looking to bring it into the end zone, and it's caught by Scott Wozniak.
Ooh. They will get the first down there, though. That still is a great play. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. That's a great position to be in for these Browns.
Wiping the sweat from their brow a little bit to know that they have a few more attempts to try and get it into the end zone. You can definitely tell by these play calls and the way that the Browns have been moving that they were a little anxious about that play, but nonetheless, Scott the Woz able to get a very important first down. And now Browns in great position to tie this game up here. Felix Schellberg with the ball, looking for a receiver, and he finds Scott Wozniak. Touchdown, Browns.
Wide open Scott Wozniak right there, sitting in the end zone. Just waiting for it. That was just a poor job on the Broncos' part.
No one near
Still
him
a
at
great
all.
touchdown right there, looking to tie this thing up once again.
All around, definitely getting slowed by the Broncos defense are the Browns, but at the end of the day, they're able to get into the end zone, and that's what's important here. Tyler Blevins, Ninja, looking to tie this game up. The kick is up, and it is good. We are tied once again here in Denver.
Very long drive, almost 5 minutes, chipped off the clock right there. Broncos getting ready to get the ball for the first time in this quarter.
Very well could be the last time that they see the ball in this half if the Browns keep taking so long to let their drives happen. But the Browns will be starting with the ball in the next half, so got to imagine that the Broncos are looking to be up by 1 possession before halftime comes, because if they allow the Browns to get any momentum to take the lead, this game could be out of sight for the Broncos. But Kung Lao in the end zone, he's going to run it out. Past the 25, past the 30 again.
Very stellar kick returner right there is Kung Lao. I believe Tyler Blevins Ninja was actually the one to get the tackle right there.
Good tackle from Ninja, but Kung Lao able once again consistently tonight getting past the 30 on all of his kick returns, averaging 29 yards per return. Very solid night for Kung Lao, and that's helping make this recipe for success that the Broncos have. Starting with great field position is oh so important. Cannot overlook that. And now Con Ross starting this drive at the 31. We'll see what he decides to do as he's under center. Ooh!
Wow.
Looked like
Right place at the right time for sure.
Franklin Clinton.
Markiplier was able to stop Franklin Clinton from getting anything. Actually loses a yard for the Broncos on that play. His first rush of the night.
Markiplier able to just break through there, found a hole easily, and Franklin Clinton was ill-prepared for that, and that is not exactly how the Broncos were looking to start this drive, now backed up to their own 30-yard line. 2nd and 11.
Best play for the Cleveland Browns defense for sure so far. See Conrad under center as he fakes the handoff, now looking for a pass down the middle, and he'll get an open man. Luigi will break across the 50-yard line.
Great catch from Luigi there, able to take it all the way into Browns territory. Just like that, Conrad able to make a huge pass down the field to completely undo the 1 yard that was lost and gain plenty of yardage in return. Conrad has just been having an overall incredibly solid night tonight.
He's very much sharing the wealth among all of his receivers. We've seen quite a few of them get touches on the ball so far in this game.
Dropping back, another quick pass. Sonic.
Humanoid Sonic gets forward. That's 16 yards right there as Conrad breaks over 100 passing yards tonight. Gus Johnson once again will get the stop.
Sonic with a solid second reception of the evening so far. And if Conrad can keep making these consistently good medium-range passes, then the Broncos could definitely have this game in hand.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Conrad dropping back. Quick pass, though, to Mario.
Quick screen out there. I'm not sure if that was the best option. It looked like Conrad was really bunched up under center right there. Had to throw over one of his own guys just to get it to Mario.
Yeah, all the pressure was on him. Everyone closed in on Conrad in an instant, so being able to throw it that quickly.
Third straight tackle for Gus Johnson, getting quite a bit here in this drive alone. I think at a time like this, it wouldn't be surprising to see the fan favorite Bronco come on out as he did in weeks 1, 2, and 3. Young King Bobon, will we see a reception from him tonight? We didn't in week 4. That's always something I'm excited to see with these Denver Broncos. It's just fun to see them bring out that defensive player for some receiving plays.
Absolutely. It'd be so interesting to take a look at the Broncos playbook because of all these interesting calls that they make. We'll see what they decide to do here. Conrad drops back. Has a lot of time, and he throws it deep. Wow. Caught by Mario.
Ooh. Gets a little tripped up there, but I don't think he would get much out of that anyway if he didn't. Still, third reception of the night. A great one right there by Mario with Max Mofo able to get the stop.
He had a sharp turnaround there, and he slipped on the ground a little bit, but all that matters right now to the Broncos is that they got the first down. The chains will move a fresh set of downs. Great field position. 1st and 10 on the 10.
Very well executed play right there by all receivers. Now down at the 10-yard line, here comes Conrad looking in the shotgun with the 1st and 10. Not a 1st and goal. Ooh. Finding an open receiver to the left. Street Fighter Ryu will get just a couple yards there.
Definitely looked like the Browns defense were starting to crash in on Conrad. I was a little worried for Conrad's sake that he was going to get sacked there, but great work for him being able to get that ball out of his hands and gain a couple of yards while he was at it.
Nearing just a minute to go in this half. The Broncos are this close to the end zone, and they will get down into the end zone. Mario, once again, his second receiving touchdown of the night, and he'll have yet another great night, as he did just a couple of weeks ago. Max Mofo wasn't able to get the stop soon enough. Very job well done right there by both Conrad and Mario.
Incredible work from the Broncos. Great catch by Mario, and able to fall into the end zone to take the lead once again. Less than a minute, 59 seconds left in the first half, which is all that the Browns will have to recover this 7-point difference. A lot of pressure on the Browns there to try and tie this game up with 59 seconds on the clock, but we'll see what kind of big plays Felix Shelberg might call out here. Jack Douglas, incredibly prepared for this. Once again, he has not had the best night receiving these kicks, but he knows how important this one is. These 59 seconds, crucial to Brown's success. Does not take a knee in the end zone, I'm surprised.
I think that's more just because of this great kicking team from the Broncos. Jack Douglas is not a bad kick returner, as we've seen in the past, but yeah, the Broncos are just doing a great job at putting a stop to them. We'll see Calvin Leafy, and Calvin Leafy obviously has been the go-to rusher for the Browns tonight. El Luchador has kind of been put on the back burner, but still no touchdown from Calvin Leafy to really make this a great game for him, but he does have over 50 rushing yards tonight.
Only got up to the 19 there because of the great play by the Broncos kicking team. But we'll see what Felix Schellberg is able to do. He's lined up in the back. 55 seconds on the clock as he gets the ball. Gonna throw it down. Caught. Stepping out of bounds. Dr. Disrespect. A great pass play there. Great play call. Great by Dr. Disrespect. Able to get out of bounds before he was taken down to preserve those timeouts. Save as much time as possible for the Browns to get down the field.
Yeah, definitely get some breathing room on that play right there. Now we'll see Schellberg go under center with another pass play down the middle, and Logan Paul will be the one to haul that one in, getting across the 50-yard line. Moving right along here, and I don't think we will be seeing any rushing plays from the Browns as of right now.
Definitely not. Calvin Leafy and El Luchador definitely can take a breather right now. They're going to need to pass this down the field. There's really no other option for the Browns at this point. With so little time left on the clock, they just used one of their timeouts. Felix Schellberg back for another pass, throwing it, caught again by Dr. Disrespect. Another timeout called, though. Only one timeout remaining for the Browns. They're starting to feel the pressure.
It doesn't look like the Browns will be going into the half with the lead, but they definitely don't want to go in losing to the Broncos. So they're going to want to try to tie it up here in these next 42 seconds without giving any time to the Broncos to make anything happen in a drive before the end of the half. A play action. Schellberg is looking around the
looking
pass,
deep.
going to
it's
the
caught.
right.
Scott Wozniak, but he's taken out of bounds.
Oh, wow. What a stop right there by King Hippo. A big, big play for Scott Wozniak and the Browns getting down to the 1-yard line, but King Hippo is able to prevent him from getting into the end zone. Definitely using his size as a positive there. Just push him out at the 1.
It's like getting hit by a truck. Scott Wozniak, though.
I don't even know if he saw him coming.
And the pylon cam got knocked down a bit as well in the chaos, but very good opportunity here. Now we might see a rush play attempted by the Browns, trying to push through.
Pushed right up against that goal line, and the Broncos are going to do everything they can to stop it. No, we'll see a pass, and that seems to be a big mistake right there. Biggest big boss. You get a sack on Felix Schellberg, pushing him all the way back to the 9-yard line.
And that is such a terrible timing for a sack, and the Browns trying to get back up to their feet, but they had to call a timeout. I think there's just about 15 seconds left in this half, so with no timeouts left, wouldn't be surprised we're just going to have to see pass plays trying to get into the end zone here from the Browns. Because a single failed run here, and they would effectively guarantee that they're going into the half with a deficit. So we'll see what Felix Schellberg is able to do as he gets the ball up, looking to bring it into the end zone, throws it deep. It's swatted away.
Swatted away. Just a great job by this goal line Broncos defense. Look at this crowd. They are loving what they're seeing. Third and goal now for the Browns. Excuse me.
Now this play has a lot of weight to it. The Broncos realize that. The Browns realize that. Everyone waiting patiently to see what happens here. Thrown deep. It's caught.
Oh, wow.
Voice over Pete.
Just in the nick of time. And there he is. Voice over Pete. We haven't seen from him at all tonight. But here he is getting a TD just when the Browns needed it most.
Keeping his feet in bounds. Voice over Pete with an incredible reception. Absolutely saving the Browns there from what could have been a catastrophic ending to that drive because of the sack. But nonetheless, only 1 point differentiates these two teams. Tyler Blevins, Ninja, will be coming out on the field to kick it away to tie it up before the half.
Threw that right into coverage, too. Very dangerous play, but Felix Shelberg will make that work any day of the week. Here comes a PAT, and it will be nailed. Tying this thing up once again at 21 now.
And what a game we have had so far. That drive, 48 seconds long, incredibly exciting all the way through, and voice over Pete definitely coming in clutch there to end the first half with a catch in deep coverage. Incredible work from the Browns, and now the Broncos, unsurprisingly, we'll probably just see them take a knee here, go into the locker room at the half. But the Browns will be starting with the ball, so they'll honestly have a little bit more leverage going into the second half than the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything too exciting from the Broncos, but didn't need to use any of their timeouts all that half. It kind of just worked out for them. Taking it from the goal line, we'll see Kung Lao push through again to the 30, across the 30-yard line down at the 31. Here we'll see one final play from the Broncos, and assuming it's just a knee, they're going to walk into this locker room tied up at 21. A great game from the Broncos. I'm not sure anyone really expected it to be looking like this. And no, looks like we will see a big pass here. Conrad. It's always fun to watch these.
Conrad going
so
deep for this one.
Back about 10 yards, going a big deep pass across
pass.
the right side. And
wow. It's out of bounds.
And that'll be good for Humanoid Sonic's stats right there and the Mummy Conras. But no, nothing will not end in a touchdown here, but that's all right. Great execution right there, bringing us into the half.
Great first half of football, and I cannot wait to see what happens in the second. We are back for the second half. We were tied up there, and the Browns will be starting with the ball. What an incredible first half. 21 points from each team there. Every single drive resulting in a touchdown that we saw.
That's right, and might even see that continue here. Just see more and more points get thrown up on the board. One thing to keep in mind is last night the Titans did their best to take down the undefeated Patriots, and that just did not work out for them in the end. The big upset for the Titans fans. Could be a repeat here, but maybe speaking too soon. Another great stop from the Broncos kicking team on Jack Douglas. Set them up just past the 20-yard line. Once again, here comes Calvin Leafy, the chosen rusher of this game by Felix Shelberg. Uber Hexanova El Luchador has been set off to the side.
Honestly, I think that making Leafy the starting rusher for the night was one of the best decisions that the Browns could have made, and it's part of the reason they're in the position where they are able to tie up this game. But we'll see how much that is able to continue here in the second half as the first snap of the second half has gone on. Play action. Oh, solid pass to Scott Wozniak.
We've seen a lot from him tonight, Scott Wozniak. He's got a touchdown and I think just about 76 receiving yards. He and Logan Paul really have been the top receivers for Cleveland Browns.
El Luchador!
El Luchador will get to the outside and get
stepping out.
A solid 15-yard rush right there.
Protecting himself. I don't think he wanted to get hit by King Hippo there. I think that was just to protect his own well-being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very smart move there. Bumping up his overall average. It's good for El Luchador, that's for sure.
Definitely his best play so far of the night, but we'll see what Felix Shelberg decides to do here as he goes back under center.
I'm sure the Broncos would love something like a turnover here.
El Luchador again.
El Luchador will get a few yards now down at the 50-yard line. 4-yard rush right there from Uber Hexernova El Luchador.
Pitched it to the outside there for El Luchador, but he was only able to get 4 yards once again kind of falling back into the same routine. Leafy goes up the middle this time, but he gets stopped on his own blockers there. Not the best run by Leafy.
Yeah, definitely. It's seen better rushes from Leafy, that's for sure. El Luchador is maybe trying to prove to the Browns coach that he's able to pull off something big.
Yeah, so far in the second half, though it is very, very young, El Luchador definitely doing a little bit better. But we'll see.
Another
Felix
pass
deciding to
here.
go for a pass. We'll see if he's able to make it. Looks like Dr. Disrespect.
Oh!
I was about
Ash
to
Ketchum
say.
able to come through with a big, big sack, now pushing up a 4th down, and this will be the first drive we see that doesn't end in a touchdown. Definitely what the Broncos wanted coming into this second half. Great stop right there.
Did not expect to see something like that, but Ash Ketchum with a clutch tackle there for a sack. You can see Dr. Disrespect. He was in the center of your screen there waving for Felix Shelberg. He was wide open, but Felix was not able to get the ball out of his hands before Ash Ketchum was able to bring him down. And now the first punt of the night.
Shelberg was just able to get a couple more seconds. He definitely would have been able to pull off a complete pass there. This punt will bounce right back into the end zone, and a touchback will come up, bringing the Broncos out to the 20-yard line.
This is going to be the
roughest. Which is ironically their worst.
Yeah,
their worst starting position so far.
And overall, we'll see what Conrad is able to do out on the field now that he's backed up closer to his own goal line than he has been the entire night.
Broncos are definitely capable from getting themselves out of this hole in really all aspects of their offense. It looks like we'll see Lee Everett. Or no, we get a quick screen pass for Luigi. Ooh, gets tripped up at the 41. Definitely could have had a huge play right there, maybe even a touchdown if he was able to get off of whoever got that tackle right there. Max Mofo looks... No, he dodged him.
Ninja Brian.
Ninja Brian was able to get a big stop right there, tripping up Luigi.
What a great catch, and yeah, as you said, so close to being something huge if he was not brought down there. Definitely got the Jets on him that he perhaps could have brought that to the end zone, but nonetheless, he moves the chains. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Pitch to the outside to Lee Everett, it looks like. Lee Everett moving up, but he's brought down.
Inbounds, too. The clock will continue to rush. Good stop, or good call right there by the ref. 2nd and 6 now. Denver nearing 200 overall yards, I believe.
Just all around a very good night for the Broncos.
Sure.
We'll see if it'll continue here with Conrad going for a pass, and it's caught! What a great catch from Luigi. Luigi's making so many big plays tonight. Definitely one of the best nights we've ever seen him have so far in the SFL.
Very, very big play right there for Luigi. Maybe trying to catch up with his brother, get those stats up. Mario already has 2 receiving touchdowns, tonight. Luigi still is having a great game, 76 yards off of just 4 receptions.
Definitely the Mario brothers.
Right there by Gibbs Johnson.
Mario brothers definitely getting a majority of the yardage here for the team, but Sonic not doing too bad either, but gets taken down after he avoids that first tackle. Unfortunately, only getting 1 yard there, and Conrad's a little bit frustrated.
And right into Jacksepticeye. I'm sure he wants that one back. I'm not really sure. Number 38, 36. I'm not really sure what he was doing there. Yeah, solid stop right there from Jacksepticeye.
Definitely looks like the defense for both of these teams is starting to bring their A game now, when the first half was definitely offense focused. We'll see how that affects the rest of this game. Run up the middle! Oh, but he gets stopped!
Oh, wow. Lee Everett was fighting to get off of George Watsky. He was able to bring him down, but he did not want to get stopped so soon. You could see right there. Now a 3rd and 5 is approaching. Browns looking to get a big stop right here, but I do believe Hero of Hyrule Link could nail a field goal from this distance. See if they're able to execute. Oh, wow, but that will definitely be a stinger right there. Pushing back to the 31-yard line, a 4th down coming up. Great stop right there by the Browns.
Matthew Patrick able to get a sack on Con Ra, and so disappointing for the Broncos there. It could have been a huge play, a solid play action, but Matthew Patrick able to get back and take down Con Ra, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult of a field goal for Hero of Hyrule Link, but nonetheless, he is out on the field trying to drill this one straight through the uprights.
48-yard attempt here, right down the middle. It'll be good. And the Broncos are on top for the first time this half, 24-21.
Well, 2 drives in a row suddenly that do not result in touchdowns. Definitely an entirely different story than the first half of this game. Well, we'll see what the Broncos defense are able to do here now that the defense is about to come back out on the field, and what the Browns offense will be able to do after a very disappointing last drive. Jack Douglas going to take a knee, bringing this up to the 25-yard line off of that touchback. And Felix Shelberg coming back out on the field, more focused than ever after an unfortunate last drive.
All around, we've seen, like I said at the very beginning, I knew that we'd be seeing some great passing plays from both sides here. And now just looking at Felix Shelberg and how he's done, even though he's losing, he's pulled off some great red zone offensive plays tonight. Just all around a great passer.
He's been able to definitely find the end zone even when it was looking unlikely, as we saw with that pass to Voice over Pete ending the first half. We'll see if he can bring back that spark here in the second half. Dropping back for a pass. Oh, goes for a quick one. Oh! He was hit hard, and that pass was just too quick for the catch to even be possible.
You could see Felix was looking for a penalty flag to be thrown right there. Didn't like that there was no call. Now 2nd and 10 is coming up. Luckily, he was able to get that pass off. He wouldn't lose any yards. Under center now. See him look to pass again. Dropping back.
Throwing deep!
Wow, he's going to go deep. He's going to go deep down the left side, and it'll be
Voice over
complete.
Pete!
Voice over Pete coming through will get him inside the 30-yard line. What a huge 46-yard play right there. That will put the Browns over 300 yards tonight.
Oh my God, what an incredible play from Felix Shelberg, throwing it so deep to Voice over Pete. I don't even know what registered that concept in his brain. It was really early in the drive to be going for something big, but can't even complain because it worked, and it worked well. Now at the opposing 29-yard line. The Browns with another pass. Oh! Favoring Voice over Pete now. They're definitely starting to get in the groove.
Trying to catch him up, I'm guessing, just for how many receiving yards, or how little, I should say, he's had tonight. Just a few receptions. Big plays nonetheless, but still. Haven't seen as much from him as we have in past games.
Here's another
rush from El Luchador. Wow. Was able to actually get pushed down by one Broncos defender, Fire Emblem Crom, and he knocks down young King Bob as he comes down. This has been a very forceful push right there.
Absolutely, but still just barely. A good call by the line judges there. Not quite a first down, but wouldn't be surprised if we see that change right here with a play action.
They're going to try to stop him,
Passing it up.
But no, Shelberg will get the pass off, and it'll be complete.
Oh.
Well, King Hippo again getting a stop at the 1-yard line. This time, Voice over Pete was able to stop him from getting in the end zone right there.
Wow, Voice over Pete was so close to getting another touchdown here tonight, but yes, King Hippo has absolutely been a nightmare for people trying to get that last yard.
They credited Fire Emblem Roy with that tackle, which I don't know if I entirely agree with, because you can see here he fails to actually bring him down. It was King Hippo that came up to get the stop. I think that's a very odd call. Nonetheless, here we are, 1st and goal from the 1. This definitely doesn't mean a shoo-in score for the Browns, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Yeah, El Luchador just kind of waltzed right in there, was able to break the plane and get a touchdown. It looks like it's getting a little hectic, all cramped up.
Absolutely, a lot of anger on the field there. Don't think
Wow.
that call, but if you look at the replay here, definitely got to say he did get into the end zone here. Surprising that despite the way that the calls have been for rushing tonight, El Luchador gets a touchdown before Leafy.
Yeah. Good job by God of Death Thanatos to not actually tackle him after breaking the plane, avoiding what could be a costly penalty. Here's the extra point, and now the Browns are in the lead for the first time tonight, now up by 4 points.
And now the next drive for the Broncos, they realize how important it is. No longer can they just deal with getting a field goal, trying to inch their way forward. They are losing for the first time tonight after having a very solid game so far. Their offense has been immaculate. Conra already warming up his throwing arm. He knows how important the rest of this game is going to be for him.
I was just looking through the stats for week 2 between these two teams, just trying to compare it, and it looks very similar. The one thing I did note, though, is that when we were talking about the big game that Mario had, that was actually in week 2 up against these Cleveland Browns, where he's able to pull off that many touchdowns. So we've seen kind of a repeat of that. Kung Lao able to get a few yards past the 30-yard line there before getting stopped. But yeah, it was Mario only 4 receptions in that game, but still 113 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's the game that I was talking about a bit earlier, and we've seen him quite a bit tonight. So I guess Mario just likes to go up against this Browns defense.
Definitely seems to be a weak point for the Browns defense. We'll see if that continues. A rush. Very interesting decision there. Lee Everett wasn't able to stay on his feet. I don't know if I agree with the play call to go for a rush, but nonetheless, there's only 1 quarter to play as the third has just drawn to an end.
Yeah, and when he got brought down there, it looks like he just ran into, I think, Ken Masters and got just tripped up from that. Max Mofo was able to just actually bring him down with a very fancy, if I do say so, tackle. But yeah, coming into this 4th quarter, now the Broncos, 7 minutes to play, and they're down by 4, so Browns definitely have the upper hand here. But we'll see the Broncos offense continue to play here. Losing a few yards on that last play, they're definitely not going to want to make another mistake like that one. Conra in the shotgun now. Going to send Humanoid Sonic in motion before he snaps the ball. Now he passes quickly in the middle, and just a miscommunication right there will bring up a 3rd and long. An incomplete pass. Definitely, Broncos definitely want that one back for sure. 70 yards away from the goal line. I mean, we're going to need something better here. 3rd and 13, we're going to need to see a pass play. No. Ooh, okay, so yeah. A play action call here. Gonna go deep once again, just like Shelburne. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
That is
Just
a heartbreaking throw.
Big failure right there. Just couldn't come through. I'm not sure if looks like Luigi, it just was passed too short for Luigi, and he wasn't able to run back to receive it. Now we probably are going to see, we're going to see for the first time the punting team for the Broncos come on out.
And that drive could be very costly, but return here. No, it bounces into the end zone. It looked like maybe it was going to stop right on the 1-yard line, but unfortunately for the Broncos, the Browns will be starting at the 20-yard line.
If the Browns want any sort of hope to come out of this thing with a win, This drive, getting a score here, is going to be crucial to their outlook on the rest of this game. It'll be big against the Broncos, who I'm not sure if they'd be able to come back from that. Great block right there, if you saw earlier.
Ooh.
And tipped away is that pass intended for, I believe, Scott Wozniak. Good stop right there by the Broncos.
And that's exactly what the Broncos need to do. They can't afford to allow the Browns to get any yardage anymore after such an unfortunate previous drive. Felix Shelberg unfazed though, ready to go for another pass attempt here. We'll see if he's able to make it happen. He's completely clear. Throws it
he's going to go with the screen. That will not be completed. I don't believe so, at least. We'll see a 3rd and 10 at the 20, so even if it was complete, it will not matter much.
Don't know if I agree with Shelberg's decision there. The middle of the field was completely wide open. Surprised we didn't see him go for a run there. But nonetheless, Felix Shelberg, one final attempt here. And
down the left side, and he got both feet in. 25 yards right there. That's voiceover Pete. Broncos are saying that he was out, but I think to me that was a very clear reception.
Yeah, I think so too.
Here. Oh, I'm not.
His right foot might have actually stepped out. We'll need to see here. It all depends on when they say he had possession, because one foot on the ground.
Right there, he does. Yeah, I think he was able to get the front of his foot, his toes, just right on the green there. Very close call, but okay. So we will see a challenge flag get called. This will be a big one, a very, very big one. So push the the Browns to a 4th down. Can't really see there. Let's see what the call is. No, they'll give it to him. I think they're going to give it to him and actually give him an extra yard, it looks like.
Oh, they called him out of bounds initially, actually, was the first call. That was Cleveland who threw the challenge flag.
Oh, was it? Okay, I got confused there.
So they ruled him out of bounds, and then Cleveland threw the flag, and they ruled that he is actually in.
I saw the ball spot go up, but I don't know. El Luchador pushes forward into enemy territory now.
And unfortunately, that challenge flag could be costly.
College graduate Dr. Mario gets the stop there as we're under 6 minutes to go in this game.
Felix Shelberg ready to go. Trying to launch it deep, and it is caught by Scott Wozniak, who's going to stop the clock.
Some great performances by really all of Cleveland's receivers tonight. They've just done a great job at getting those yards through their passing game. Because as we've seen in previous games and kind of this one tonight, the rushing game has just not been terribly strong. Oh, but a big sack here. Ash Ketchum with his 2nd sack of the night.
The Broncos defense has been playing better tonight than we've seen them play perhaps even in the rest of the season. Overall, just doing very good and bringing down Felix Shelberg and making his life a whole lot harder. Now Felix Shelberg backed up a little bit. He lost 6 yards after getting sacked there by Ash Ketchum. We're gonna have to see another big pass here from Felix Shelberg to make up for it, and incomplete.
Wow. Completely overshot right there. Once again, a huge 3rd down coming up as we approach just 5 minutes to go in this game. The Broncos, it's a 3rd and long. They have 16 yards until getting the 1st down. There's definitely a good shot for the Broncos to be able to put a stop to it, but we'll see.
Incredibly clutch, though, in situations like this. And did he make it count? No! It's thrown away! But it's caught by Logan Paul.
I think it was tipped off of voiceover Pete, actually, and Logan Paul was able to haul it in, getting him inside the red zone now, and that is just scary for the Denver Broncos. Let's look again here. I don't know who actually tipped it. Yeah, no, it was tipped. I believe Fire Emblem Roy, maybe.
Swatted away and caught off of the swat by Logan
He
Paul.
thought he had something there, but I don't know.
Wow, that was such a good play by the Browns. Logan Paul, right place at the right time. Quick pass down to voice over Pete.
Wow. Not letting anything happen there.
Lost
Screen
the
pass.
Now, the best that the Browns can, or the Broncos, pardon me, can hope for in a situation like this, besides of course a turnover, is to just force the Browns to go for a field goal. And if that were the case, then this would be a 7-point game, and the Broncos would need a touchdown to tie this up. But we'll see if they're able to do that. Felix Shelberg now feeling incredibly confident after that great reception from Logan Paul. Play action. We'll see if he goes for the end zone. He does! No!
King Hippo was right there, and that could have been huge for the Broncos. Still, it'll go down as a solid stop as another third and long comes up, and the Broncos can't let this one go to waste.
King Hippo's belly seemed to extend too far for him to actually grab it there, and it bounced off of him, rolling onto the ground. Unfortunately, the FUPA got in the way. But nonetheless, Brown's going to go for another play here. Huge!
Oh, and he gets it across the first down line, and I feel like we've seen this a million times. Down at the 1, the Browns. Fresh set of downs, and yeah, it's not looking too good for Denver right now.
So unfortunate to see that happen. No coverage there for Dr. Disrespect. No one was blocking him, and that could spell disaster for the Broncos, who truly just would not have enough time to make anything huge happen here unless they get incredibly lucky. So if the Browns get in the end zone here, could be the beginning of the end. But a good defensive play from Fire Emblem Crom, able to take down Calvin Leafy right on the line of scrimmage.
Stopping Calvin Leafy from getting his first rushing touchdown of the night after carrying the ball so much.
That was a hard hit too. Calvin Leafy got rocked there by Crom. It's just these third down conversions that we're seeing from the Browns that are really spelling disaster for the Broncos. But we'll see second down here. It looks like another handoff. This time to El Luchador, runs right up the middle. Cleanly a second rushing touchdown for El Luchador.
El Luchador's first multi-touchdown game, and that will be a huge one, all but sealing the deal on this game. I just don't know if Denver's going to be able to respond with 2 possessions, both ending in scores. I'm not too sure about that. Great run right there. Overall, great drive on both sides of the ball. In the end, it looks like the Browns will be the winners of that drive right there. To set them up by 11 points. Very important PAT, but nails it just as easily as all of the rest of them. 3 minutes and 14 seconds remain in this game.
The Broncos have come so close so many times to claiming victory here in the SFL, and this game has just got a sting for them. They need to make something happen, especially on this drive. They just need to get into the end zone as quickly as possible, save the time on the clock, so that way if they get the ball again, they could have a chance to take the lead. Though it might be a pipe dream, with the amount of time left in the game, anything is possible in the SFL.
Here comes the kickoff. Kung Lao awaiting the return. Should be able to get some good field position as he's done before.
Ooh! Run to the 30
gets
still.
up to the 30.
Keeping that stat
Keep
consistent
that record
for
going. Yeah. Now 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Here's Luigi and Conra coming on out. Hoping for something big here. They're gonna, if they want any chance of taking their first victory of the season here, they're gonna need to score soon. They can't waste any time on this drive, as they have a whole other drive that they're gonna have to score on. Denver just barely 299 over to get to 300. Will they do that here?
Ooh!
No, it wasn't complete.
Out of bounds. Unfortunate. Would have been a great way to set them up for good field position, but unfortunately just a little bit too far out of bounds on that pass. Conra, definitely, you can see it's pretty palpable when you watch the Broncos play. They are anxious about the rest of this game. They can feel the pressure, but even with that, running up the field is Sonic. Sonic not stepping out of bounds there. I don't know if that was the best idea to try, but he still went for extra yardage, and he got the extra yardage, and now he's over 100 yards himself. It was really a decision there with the juke of trying to preserve time on the clock or trying to get extra yardage. But now we're going to reach the 2-minute warning before long. And victory seems just too far out of reach for the Broncos. No room for error for the Broncos at all for the rest of the night. Oh!
And there he is, Young King Bob-omb.
Young King Bob-omb.
4 out of 5 games he will get a reception, and this one will be positive yardage. He's 2 for 4 on getting receptions with actually positive yardage, and it's not exactly what the Broncos want right now, but it should put a smile on the faces of those that are still rooting for the Broncos, or just like seeing Young King Bob-omb come on out.
I think that might have been some fan service to at least make sure no matter what happens on the scoreboard, the fans will be happy. But
absolutely.
11 points.
13 total yards receiving on the season for Young King Bob-omb. Good to see that be positive yardage, albeit just a yard. 2-minute warning is here as we see a 2nd and 9 come on up.
5 wide for Conra. It's serious business now, throwing it the humanoid Sonic, but Sonic isn't able to get it. He looks like he was maybe a yard or 2 away. 3rd and 1. No huddle there. The Broncos, a good play action, sends it up the field, caught by Mario.
Kind of rolls on out of bounds, just trying to get that clock to stop, but it works out in the end. 62 yards, 2 touchdowns for Mario, just a great job right there.
Ooh, I don't know if he actually got out
was
of
he
bounds
able to
there.
get? Oh, it looks like, yeah, he maybe was down in bounds, wasn't doing exactly what he thought he was.
If the clock is moving,
it's
not.
Stopped.
They gave
Wow,
him it.
It definitely looked like he was in bounds, but guess they'll give it to him.
Dropping back, the Broncos trying to get into the end zone here. Ooh!
Gets it off just in time, but
threw it away.
Kind of just throwing it away, yeah. Getting the clock to stop. A 2nd and 10 is coming up from the 25-yard line.
And despite the fact they'll likely be walking away with a loss, what a game for the Broncos. Once again, proving that they do have the potential to take a victory here in the SFL, and not the most accurate pass in the world. A little hard for Ryu to bring that one in. Another 3rd down situation as he's forced out of bounds.
Down. 60 or. Check 53 Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
3rd and 8 now.
Ooh, and how unfortunate.
That'll be a stinger right there for sure. Could be seeing a field goal here, but it's just their chances of coming out with a victory here are getting slimmer and slimmer by each play.
Depends how bad they want to keep fighting. If we see a field goal, I feel like that's an admission of defeat. If they go for it, then maybe they'll just keep fighting a little bit longer. Really up to the play call right here to determine what the Broncos are feeling, but it looks like, yes, Hero of Hyrule Link did come out onto the field to finish this off for the Broncos, trying to end with 27 points. And they do. Three more points on the board for the Broncos as with 1 minute 10 seconds left on the clock, the Browns will get the ball again. And overall, what a game it was for the Broncos. Reminiscent of the last time they faced the Browns. Only faced the Browns one more time this season. So that could be their final opportunity to finally get the win that they have been fighting so hard for. But an onside kick from the Broncos here, just doing anything they can. Oh, it's successful! It's successful!
Yes, it is! Wow!
A successful
First time we've
onside.
seen that all season, and that has put a big change on the outcome of this thing, on what we thought was going to happen. I had no expectations for that onside kick being successful whatsoever, and it just looks like it bounced off of the Brown who was trying to recover it. Wow.
I can't believe we just saw that. My emotion here, but unbelievable. Didn't think we'd see it in SFL history, but we can officially tally it up. There has been a successful onside kick, and the Broncos.
It's about time.
We've about seen everything here in the SFL now. But Conra 5 wide, looking like he's gonna Hail Mary into the end zone. Goes for a shorter pass
all their
instead.
timeouts. Oh, that was just not the best option, but still.
60 seconds.
53 yards away. I mean, yeah, anything could happen here. All three timeouts left. We have just under a minute to go, and looks like they're going to continue to save those timeouts.
A touchdown and a 2-point conversion would tie this game up as Conrad goes for a
That's
no huddle.
right.
Probably the last
It's
no
still
huddle
a
we'll
lot
see.
to hope for. It's a lot to hope for, but these Broncos are going to fight for it as much as they can. He's going to go deep. He's going to go deep down the middle.
No!
Oh, and it was so close to Humanoid Sonic standing right there alone in the end zone. That could have been huge. Oh,
The pass
man.
slips through his hands. That could have been it. My God. So close for the Broncos. That was the closest they've ever come to potentially tasting victory. Another pass here down to the outside.
And it looks like Luigi he will get out of bounds, and the clock will stop with 30 seconds to go. 37 on the 37-yard line. Luigi's very amped up about that one. Oh, that pass to Sonic was so close.
It's so disappointing to see a big pass like that not be successful, especially when it looked like it just slipped through his hands, but still, the Broncos have 30 seconds to make something huge happen here. 3 timeouts remaining. It's well within grasp. They could do it. The red zone is within sight. They are in enemy territory. The Broncos have a chance to tie this game up, bring us to overtime. For the second time in SFL history, we'll see.
They can't throw an interception. Here's a pass
He has
down
to
the
go.
middle,
He has
and
to go. Luigi's
down
moving.
to 10.
They're going to call a
Getting
timeout
down
right
to
here.
the 5-yard line. Calling their first timeout. 22 seconds remain.
What a
This
play.
is huge. This is huge. What a drive. This is one of the single greatest comeback underdog drives we've seen in the entire SFL, no matter what the outcome is. 5 yards to go. They cannot fumble it or intercept the ball. Or throw an interception, I should say.
First
I
and
think
goal.
we're going to see another pass here.
I agree with the play call.
Throw to the right
Touchdown!
side.
Broncos!
Street Fighter Ryu. Street Fighter Ryu will come through with the biggest touchdown of the Broncos history, but that's just one piece to this 2-part puzzle. They're gonna need this 2-point conversion. This 2-point conversion is going to be one of the most important plays the Broncos have ever had to execute. Succeeding in that will bring us a tie game and most likely overtime.
I cannot believe what I'm watching. Even if this is not a successful 2-point conversion, this game would likely end as a 2-point difference, but going for it, of course, there's no other option.
Looks like they're going to go for a pass. Mario at the bottom of your screen. This could go to anyone, as we've seen tonight. He'll
It's
go to the
good!
left, and it's complete to Street Fighter Ryu.
It's tied! It's tied, Ryu, with the 2-point conversion, the most important 2-point conversion in SFL history. The underdog story.
Conrad and Ryu pulling through on that drive, and will tie this thing up. This is absolutely the definition of a miracle. I never thought I would see the day where a successful onside kick will lead to a big comeback, at least in a tie right here. So now 18 seconds remain. And remember, I mean, from what we've seen tonight, the Browns have all of their timeouts. I wouldn't be surprised to see something big happen here. Here's the kick. Jack Douglas will return it from the goal line. Get brought down around the 27, so 15 seconds are left. Browns, I'm guessing, are just going to shoot for the end zone and see what happens. See if any of that miracle stuff can come off on them.
They need to. I'm sure they're ready to pack things up. They're probably already zipping their duffel bags. But now they might have to play an entire other quarter, maybe even another half of football here. Handing it off up the middle there. Timeout called. Interesting to go for a run play.
Very weird call right there. I just fully disagree with that. I don't really know what their goal was, knowing how El Luchador is not going to be the one to carry them over 70 yards to the end zone, but ended up calling a timeout anyway. Hey guys, it's Pac-Man with the tackle.
Felix Schellberg looks like he might be going for a pass this time. Much better decision
will.
from the Browns. Gonna go deep.
Definitely.
It looks like he's
Clock
waiting.
Dwindles down. We have 5 seconds
He's
remaining.
running it.
No, it looks like he'll run it down the middle, and will they get the timeout called? Yes. Wow.
1 second.
Called just in time. Run didn't do a whole lot for them. 57 yards away from the end zone. Will we see an overtime, or will we see a touchdown right here from the Browns? We'll have to see.
A touchdown with 1 second left. This play, no matter what happens here, what a game ending. Going for it. He's going to have to go for a deep pass down to the end zone. Caught.
It's completed, but won't be enough. Logan Paul will haul that one in. But in the end, we're going to see overtime. Tied up at 35. What a miracle, I should say again, for the Broncos to be able to be in the position they are in. Just an incredible comeback here to tie this thing up, and this could be the Broncos' first ever victory, or the Browns will walk away with their third win of the season. We'll have to wait and see. Here's that coin toss.
We'll see right now what happens as we go into overtime here in the SFL. 7 minutes on the clock. Overtime, 2 timeouts left for each of these teams, and the Browns will be starting with the ball after that coin toss.
It's absolutely what the Browns would have wanted to start with it. They're able to push forward to the 27-yard line. The Broncos are going to need to pull out all of the stops to be able to actually get the ball, because if the Browns score here with a touchdown, the game is over.
Broncos defense have a lot of weight on their shoulders, but look how far they have come this season, starting off completely winless, looking like potentially the weakest team in the entire league, and now so close in overtime, potentially having the opportunity to claim their first win. But the Browns do not want to be the team that the Broncos defeat. Going for a play action here. Big play action. Ooh, wow.
Sweeping the leg right there, not allowing Logan Paul to get any further after a 23-yard reception, but still a very solid play right there. Down on their own 49-yard line.
Now we're going to see peak Felix Schellberg play. I wouldn't even be surprised if he completely goes into overdrive here. Now I think this is the moment that the Browns really realize the Broncos are definitely good enough to defeat them, and they need to play their absolute best if they want to claim victory tonight. Dropping back. Another pass. Clean up the middle to Logan Paul.
Logan Paul once again Just gotten so many touches tonight, and he will push forward for another first down for his team.
And that is exactly what they need right now. Getting into the end zone will spell the end of this. But now the Broncos defense realize they can't keep letting Logan Paul move the ball up here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the defense absolutely locks down on him as a receiver. But you also have to keep in mind, voice over Pete is something you have to worry about at all times. Dropping back. Felix Shelberg feeling a little bit of pressure there. Cut to the outside to voice over Pete, but it is not going to be a first down. But they are up to the 36. Has a great opportunity to get a field goal, if nothing else.
A field goal would give the Broncos a chance to respond, but a touchdown would end the game. So I'm certain that the Browns are hoping to get this one into the end zone. We'll see what happens. 2nd and 5 now. The Broncos desperate to get a stop here.
No matter what, you can't even say that this was a bad game at all.
Wow.
What a close one. And Leafy gets brought down. A 3rd down, and not to be overly dramatic, but I think it's safe to say the most important 3rd down we might have ever seen. And losing streak
As
on
of
the
right
line.
now, for sure.
It's all on the back of Felix Shelberg. He drops back. The pressure's on, but he gets it! It's still moving! Logan Paul.
Logan Paul able to get up to the 22-yard line, giving them a fresh set of downs. I think it's safe to say that the Browns will be coming out of this drive with some points. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, I'm not sure. It's all up to the Broncos defense here.
So very clear what is happening. Got to imagine the Broncos on absolute lockdown. You can see King Hippo running up there. He's ready to stop any receivers. Gonna try and run it up the middle with Levy, but they were more ready than ever. King Hippo was able to take him down in an instant. Only 1 yard on the play. Another 2nd down for the Browns, and you can just see the hearts beating out of the chest of every single player on this field. Felix Shelberg gonna go for another pass here. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what we see for the rest of this drive in its entirety. He's gonna go for it!
Going
Caught!
right down the side. Caught at the 4-yard line. Scott Wozniak able to get down with a brand new set of downs once again. 1st and goal, and this is very, very scary territory for the Broncos. Definitely not the position that they will want to be in right now. They haven't been able to stop the Browns all that much on this drive, and looking very unlikely it'll happen here, but I'm not going to give up hope on them just yet.
Goal line defense, this is where it gets really important to them, but with such great receivers on the Browns, voice over Pete in motion, dropping back, throws it, voice over Pete, claims the victory for the Browns in such a close game against the Broncos.
What an effort by
35.
Just an incredible effort by Denver in this entire game. But wow, the Browns do deserve that victory.
All around, one of the most exciting games we've ever seen in the SFL, and I just can't wait to see these two teams face off again. But the Broncos, so unfortunately for them, taste defeat one more time in a 6-point difference in overtime. And that game, honestly, when it comes down to it, was decided by a coin flip. I cannot wait to see them face off one last time before the end of the season. But let's take a look at these stats of this excellent game. The Broncos held their own the entire night, but the Browns were just able to take a narrow. We'll see what the Broncos are able to do next week, bouncing off of this loss.